Good morning. This is Morning at NTV, enjoying some Dawa tea at the Explorer restaurant at Serena, who've made it possible for us to come here and enjoy. And it's worth it because my guest obviously would have had my head without the breakfast. As you already know, we have Dr. Mich Egwang. You are a former radio presenter, TV host, yeah? And now you're a boss. You are CEO, director, manager, which is it? All the three?
No, I like the way you're giving me a profile. Continue. Keep dropping it.
For Eclipse Marketing and Events. So what you do is events, you do digital marketing as well?
Yep.
Yes. And you have another company, so I'm trying to understand what that one is.
We launched a company sometime at the beginning of the year called the Digital Yearbook. Oh. What it is that it's an archiving company. And we are currently in the phase of archiving every single primary, pre-primary, secondary, and tertiary institution in Uganda. Wow. So far we've got the big dogs on board. We've got Mount St. Mary's Namagunga, Namnyango College, Nabingo, Namasagali. So what it is that if I asked you a question, what school did you go to?
Which phase?
Okay, secondary.
Kitante Hill School.
Kitante Hill School. From senior 1 to senior 6, do you have pictures of your entire class with every single person in them, with their names, all your teachers? Now, I can see the gap already. That's
yes.
it. So that's the kind of thing that we have. Now, your teachers at Kitante Primary School, secondary school, are like, oh, I'm really proud of Flavia and what she's become, but there's no way that we can create a dot back to the school. So the legacy and the value that you brought to the school is totally lost. So there's so much information because of the fact that a lot of people were storing information, hard copy, pictures get lost, names disappear, and there's no way of keeping everything in one place. So we've created an online repository. Okay. And we'll be launching during the course of the year. Right now we're just doing a lot of back-end work, onboarding a number of institutions. So it's quite exciting. Quite exciting.
Stuff.
Yeah.
So today we're talking about how to rate yourself. We're saying that what you earn today, how did you even get to earning that? Is what it was a contract shoved in your face and said you'll be earning X amount of money, boom, there, you buy.
Okay.
And you signed and that's it.
Right.
And I was remembering that, you and I MC together.
Yes.
And we've never had the discussion of how much are you earning? Oh, okay, that's how much I'm getting paid.
Yes.
But there's that thing of when they ask you and they say, you're going to be MCing with Dr. Mich Egwang, you're like, my rate will now be 10 million shillings. And because I've over time learned that it depends on who I will be working with, it depends on who I am working for, that informs my rate. But let's take it back to someone who's not in our sort of sector, who's working a 9 to 5.
That's
or
right.
8 to 5. And they have one contract, which, to be honest, after 5 years, will never change.
Correct.
If it's going to change, the most they'll increase, 100,000? It depends on who you are in the company. So if I'm new to the job, what am I going in with? Because imagine I'm fresh in this job, I don't have experience. What informs my rate? What informs my value?
I think you're asking the right questions, and I think it starts from there. When you have zero experience, it's sad to say, but the amount of value that you bring to the organization and to the table is definitely different from somebody who has more years of experience. So the amount of leverage and the ability you have to negotiate will not be as much as somebody who comes to the table with X more years than you, with a number of more skills under the belt. So I think the first thing you got to do when you're going to start negotiating is find out, why am I coming here? What am I bringing? Okay? Even though I don't have experience, guess what? The experiences that you have in your life, the way you speak, your mannerisms, your confidence. Somebody once wrote that what you earn these days, 10% of it is based on the skills and the experience, but 90% of it is your character, your personality, your confidence, your soft skills. And all those actually, they don't come from the job. They come from where I grew up, the people I interact with. And I'll tell you an interesting thing. The first job that I got, I think I was earning 25,000 shillings. Yep. First job I got on radio, 25,000 shillings.
A day, an hour?
Per month.
Oh.
Now you see, she's lost all the confidence that you had in me. You don't think I'm the right person for this discussion?
No.
Huh? Okay. Let me backtrack. I worked at that amount for some time because what I needed to do was to build value.
Okay.
And that was the next thing, because value is what you need to build to be able to now have leverage to negotiate. Because after I got value, you know what happened is that people started looking for me.
Not the other way around.
Not the other way around.
Yeah.
So when I was sitting at the table, it was a discussion of, hey, you're here, we'd like your services, what would you like to earn? And when somebody asks you a question like that...
That's the tough part, because I've certain meetings where I've been told, okay, we'd like you for this job, we want to hire you, what do you want to earn? And I've always said, don't blink. You must not say, you know, you must have a straight answer. Is a straight answer the amount of money? Is a straight answer a full paragraph? Is a straight answer my skills? What am I saying?
What you're saying is when somebody says, what do you want to earn, it's actually a blank check. And I've had a blank check, I think, only 3 times in my life.
Whoa.
Only 3 times. First time, I think, was when I was shifting from... I used to work in a mainstream radio station in Uganda, and I was shifting to another one. Second time was when I was moving continental to television. So I moved from Uganda to a regional, a.k.a. global platform.
Yes.
Third time was another time when I was given an opportunity to do global television. Now, each of those different points, when I went in for the negotiation, I had to get prepared. First thing I think which you need to do is that you need to do your homework. Flavia, if somebody comes and says, hey, we want to hire this person and they're going to be working with you on NTV. First thing you're going to do, Mala's working there, Chamageru is also on the station. Do your background information and say, how much are good salaries? And if possible, probably try to find out what she's earning. And it might be getting a bit nosy, but guess what? You're creating a benchmark. So you know that the best at the institution or organization are earning this amount. So since I'm coming in and either I am just as skilled or maybe slightly below, I should ask for something like this. But should you feel that, guess what? Flavia is nice, but guess what? I think I'm better than her.
I was about to say that.
Yes.
What if I'm coming in, but I feel like even if these 2 presenters are on air, maybe I have more experience under the belt. Maybe I feel like, why are they accepting that little money? I feel like they're underpaid. Do I then ask for more?
Yes. And I'm going to shock you. Flavia, you wouldn't be earning the kind of money you're earning as a master of ceremony if I hadn't started, I think, shocking the market.
Yes.
First time I got an MC engagement, I think I didn't get paid more than 50 or 60,000 shillings. Then I got a couple of engagements and I think people were paying 100, 200,000.
Did you ever get to the 500,000 mark? You know how they reach 500,000 and they don't want to increase this. It's like every MC must get 500,000.
But you see, the thing is that the timelines I'm dealing with here are different from yours.
Yes.
When I started MCing professionally, there was nobody who actually was a professional MC.
Yes.
What I had to do was that I had to build a brand around it and make it a value proposition that people now start seeing that, oh, this is a role that someone should be paid money for. So that's when I worked in radio. I think I was working in Sanyo FM then, and that was in 2001. And that's when I started wearing suits, ties, attending meetings, speaking professionally, and saying, hey, if you want to do a good event, hire me who knows how to do events. And I had done 15, 20 events. So I started upping the ante. So from $1 million, I got to 2 million, to 3 million. And I started saying, every time I push the envelope, what extra am I bringing to it?
Yes.
Can I speak another language? Can I learn another language? Can I use the skills that I have, which I had organizing events? So not just am I emceeing, but I also give you consultation. I teach you about how you should be doing your event.
Okay.
So when you look at the money, you're not even worried about it. You're like, this guy is worth this amount of money.
Yeah, I'm actually sad that our time is running out. But just to recap, you said, first of all, research, so you can know what you're benchmarking on.
Important.
Or who in the industry you're benchmarking on.
Very important.
2, an experience is great, but if you don't look at yourself, what
Correct.
life skills do you have that you can bring to the
Important.
table to say that, you know, I'm great at communication, so
Correct.
I don't have 10 years of experience, but I can talk the entire room out of, you know.
Very true.
And then 3, as you said, add value. Don't just be an
No,
MC.
do not be...
Add more.
In fact, what do you do outside of the job? And if you don't have it now, build more skills on top of it.
That's it. Okay, so what are maybe the last 2 points you think everyone should take away from it on how to rate themselves and how to get better when they're negotiating or just writing their value?
I think it's nothing new, but it's just a reiteration of what you've just said.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when they get a job, they stay stagnant. And stagnating at your current position, not building new skills and not increasing your value. And I think that's the biggest challenge. And that's where you're going to find, even your next job, you're going to be offered around the same amount because there's nothing different that you're bringing. But Flavia, imagine you go, you do your internship, learn 5 new languages, you also add management skills. I'm going to hire you not just to be a presenter, but I'll ask you to head the departments.
Yes.
So add those skills. Fantastic. Evolve.
Don't just stay in the same place doing the same thing over the years.
No.
I hear you, and I hope you've gotten the skills. If you're online, the hashtag is morning@ntv. Of course, we're putting this interview so you can keep going back at it. At the next interview, you're like, oh. But of course, he might ask you to cut a check, so be very careful.
Oh, wait, how much am I getting paid for this interview?
This is negotiating. He negotiated this breakfast. But thank you to Explorer here at the Serena who made it happen. I'm not sure if we have everyone else so we can actually do a big goodbye. Yes, so we have Mala in studio, and still in Gaba, I'm thinking, is Chamagero. From me, it's a goodbye. Mala?
As well, but always remember, you know what? You have the solutions to your challenges. And just in case there's something that you cannot do, then it's our responsibility to ensure that we bring the people in charge and hold them accountable and show them in reality and in a raw form what is actually happening on the ground. So be sure to catch me again tonight at 8:30 p.m. on Money and Markets. Do have a blessed day.
I'm on the water and I'm still with Mr. Makanga. Chairman nga sina kuleka mbadde oyina ensonga kwegamba gyagala okwogerako nga tunava ku mpewo leero.
Ensonga mbadde njirina.
Ensonga gyogereko.
Nze kye nandibadde nsaba gavumenti oba ababanka abamu naffe abantu abeeno wansi batufeeko abakolera ku nnyanja eno. Naffe tusobola okulaba tuwenga ku londi. Tusobola okola kubanga tusobola kubanga owowa boda ng'ate ffe omaato tusobola ogamba ow'amaato simuwola naye ng'ate ffenna tukola kyekimu. Naffe abantu abawansi batufeeko eno.
Well, there you have it. His point is banking institutions and loan officers need to also cater for the ones on the water as a means of transport. The same way they advertise for the border guys, the same approach needs to be taken for the ones on the water. I've had quite an impressive day. I've been on the water, I've had some fish, and I had a tea that was spiced the African way. It has been a good experience.
So that's it from us. Be sure to catch us same time, same place on Morning at NTV. Do have a blessed day ahead.
Oh, yes.